Good morning again, Donna Strachan here at Live Life at Passion. I want to give you guys a quick video on how successful people stay calm. Are you calm all the time or do you get worked up? Okay, one of the first things that they do is they appreciate what they have. Taking time to contemplate what you're grateful for isn't really the right thing to do. It also improves your mood. Think about it. Because it reduces the stress hormone cortisol by 23%. Research conducted at the University of California, Davis found that people who work daily to cultivate an attitude of gratitude experienced improved mood, energy, and physical well-being. It's likely that lower level of cortisol played a major role in this. Try being grateful every day. I do a gratitude journal every Sunday that I post on my sites, but I do a gratitude journal every day that I write in. Okay, the second thing, they avoid asking what if. How many people do you know are always what-ifing life to death? What-if statements throw fuel on the fire of stress and worry because you're always wondering, what if this, what if that? Things can go in a million different directions, and the more time you spend worrying about the possibilities, the less time you'll spend focusing on taking action that will calm you down and keep your stress under control. Calm people know that asking what if will only take them to a place they don't want or need to go. Think about that one. They stay positive. Positive thoughts help people make stress intermittent by focusing your brain's attention onto something that is completely stress-free. You have to give your wandering brain a little help by consciously selecting something positive to think about. Positive energy, always, people. Any positive thought will do to refocus your attention. When things are going well and your mood is good, this is relatively easy. When things are going poorly and your mind is flooded with negative thoughts, this can be a challenge. In these moments, think about your day and identify one positive thing that happened, no matter how small it is, because there's always something positive you can take away from every day. If you can't think of something from the current day, reflect on the previous day or even the previous week. But I always like to believe that there's always something positive you can take away from every day. Or perhaps you're looking forward to an exciting event that you can focus your attention on. The point here is that you must have something positive that you're ready to shift your attention to when your thoughts turn negative. Okay? Also, people, they disconnect. Given the importance of keeping stress intermittent, it's easy to see how taking regular time off the grid can help keep your stress under control. Think about that. When you make yourself available to your work 24/7, and how many of you are doing that? You expose yourself to a constant barrage of stressors. Think about that one. Forcing yourself offline and even turning off your phone? Think about that one. How many of you are willing to turn off your phones? It gives your body a break from a constant source of stress. Studies have shown that something as simple as an email break can lower stress levels. How many of you are addicted to your phones, to Facebook, to email? Give yourself a break. They limit their caffeine intake. How many of you guys are addicted to caffeine? Okay, drinking caffeine triggers the release of adrenaline. Adrenaline is the source of the fight or flight response, a survival mechanism that forces you to stand up and fight or run the hills when faced with a threat. Okay? The fight or flight mechanism sidesteps rational thinking in favor of a faster response. This is great when a bear is chasing you, but when not so great when you're responding to a curt email. Think about that. When caffeine puts your brain and body into this hyper-aroused state of stress, your emotions overrun your behavior. The stress that caffeine creates is far from intermittent, as its long half-life ensures that it takes a sweet time working its way out of your body. Okay? These people, they also sleep. I've beaten this one to death over the years and can't say enough about the importance of sleeping to increase your emotional intelligence and managing your stress level. When you sleep, your brain literally recharges, shuffling through the day's memories and storing or discarding them, which causes dreams. So that when you wake up alert and clear-headed. Your self-control, attention, memory, they're all reduced when you don't get enough or the right kind of sleep. I've done this. I've suffered from not having enough sleep. I know when I am sleep deprived. Sleep deprivation raises stress hormone levels on its own, even without a stress present. Stressful projects often make you feel as if you have no time to sleep, but taking the time to get a decent night's sleep is often the one thing keeping you from getting things under control. So get sleep. They squash negative self-talk. How many of you are negative talkers? I know a lot of people that talk negative talk. And how many are negative talk to yourself? You think about that self-talk that you guys go through. A big step in managing stress involves stopping negative self-talk in its tracks. The more you ruminate on negative thoughts, the more power you give to them. Most of our negative thoughts are just that. They're thoughts, they're not facts. When you find yourself believing the negative and pessimistic things, your inner voice says it's time to stop and write them down. Literally, stop what you're doing and write down what you're thinking. Once you've taken a moment to slow down the negative momentum of your thoughts, you will be more rational and clear-headed in elevating their veracity. You can bet that your statements aren't true anytime you use words like never, worst, ever. Think about that. If your statements still look like facts once they're on paper, take them to a friend or colleague you trust and see if she agrees. Then the truth will surely come out. Try that. Do that exercise. Okay? When it feels like something always or never happens, this is just your brain's natural threat tendency inflating the perceived frequency or severity of an event. Identifying and labeling your thoughts as thoughts by separating them from the facts will help you escape the cycle of negativity and the move toward positive new outlook. Okay, these people, they also reframe their perspective. Stress and worry are fueled by your own skewed perception of events. It's easy to think that unrealistic deadlines, unforgiving bosses, and out-of-control traffic are the reasons we're so stressed all the time. You can't control your circumstances, but you can control how you respond to them. So before you spend too much time dwelling on something, take a minute to put the situation in perspective. If you aren't sure when you need to do this, try looking for clues that your anxiety may not be proportional to the stressor. If you're thinking in broad, sweeping statements such as everything is going wrong or nothing will work out, then you need to reframe the situation. A great way to correct this unproductive thought pattern is to list the specific things that are actually going wrong or not working out. Most likely you'll come up with just some things, not everything, and the scope of these stresses will look more limited than it initially appeared. Talking about these things always helps. These people, they also breathe. The easiest way to make stress intermittent lies in something that you have to do every day anyway, and that's breathing. The practice of being in the moment with your breathing will begin to train your brain to focus solely on the task at hand and get the stress monkey off your back. I don't like stress monkeys. When you're feeling stressed, take a couple of minutes to focus on your breathing. Stop and just breathe. Close the door, put away all the distractions, and just sit in a chair and breathe. The goal is to spend the entire time focused only on your breathing, which will prevent your mind from wandering. Think about how it feels to breathe in and out. This sounds simple, but it's hard to do for more than a minute or two. Try it. It's all right if you get sidetracked by another thought. This is sure to happen, especially in the beginning, and you just need to bring your focus back to your breathing. If staying focused on your breathing proves to be a real struggle, try counting each breath in and out until you get to 20 and then start again. Don't worry if you lose count, you can always start over. This task may seem too easy or even a little silly, but you'd be surprised how calm you feel afterward and how much easier it is to let go of distracting thoughts that otherwise seem to have lodged permanently inside your brain. Okay, they use their support system. These people also use their support system. Do you have a support system? It's tempting yet entirely ineffective to attempt tackling everything by yourself. You can't do it. To be calm and productive, you need to recognize your weaknesses and ask for help when you need it. This means tapping into your support system when a situation is challenging enough for you to feel overwhelmed. Everyone has someone at work and or outside work who's on their support team, rooting for them and ready to help them get the best from the difficult situation. Identify these individuals in your life and make an effort to seek their insight and assistance when you need it. Something as simple as talking about your worries will provide an outlet for your anxiety and stress, supply you with a new perspective on the situation. Most of the time, other people can see a solution that you can't because they are not as emotionally invested in that situation. Asking for help will mitigate your stress and strengthen your relationship with those you rely upon. Okay? So try these different things. Okay? Use your support system. Take the time to sit and breathe. Reframe your perspective. Squash negative self-talk. We don't want negative self-talk. Sleep. Make sure you're getting enough sleep. Limit your caffeine intake. Disconnect. Take the time to walk away from everything and just disconnect for a while. Always be positive. Keep positive thoughts. Okay? Avoid that what if. Okay? And appreciate what you have. Your gratitude journal. Until the next time, have an awesome day.